Then I forgive
Is
you.
everybody okay?
No one's hurt. It was an
Okay.
abandoned storefront, so
Like, did it just happen?
yeah, pretty recently. I was talking to firemen.
Oh, okay. Um, Murdo, you heard the lady?
So I already did a summary once this week, so everything's kind of just mushy. But oh well. Um, I think, as far as I remember, we started the session at the end of the giant combat, right?
Yep.
In the city. And we were like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. But then we were like, hey, we should probably still check for survivors. And Kat was like, magic. And she put on the dwarf detection ray. And she used that. We followed her for a second. What it led to wasn't a dwarf. And they're like, okay, let's bail. Then we bailed. Potato, something got blown up, I think. We left into a tunnel. We were like, hey, let's take a nap. Got jumped by two giants with no heads and just faces in their torsos. Killed them. We're like, hey, let's go capture a giant to use as proof so we can, leverage it against people so they can kill giants or maybe just capture them because they are people too, apparently. We go back in. There's a big stone motherfucker. We were like, okay, maybe not. We skip over the trip to the outside and then we were just like, okay, gang, where do we go from here?
Murdo, Gold Star.
Well,
Thanks.
we also were traveling, and we ended on me trying to freeze the body without everything exploding,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then using spells in ways that are not intended to be used. So I had to roll a wisdom check or a wisdom spell thing. Anyway, that's where we left off.
Yeah. The term would be spellcasting ability check, but
Yes,
you can call it wisdom thing.
wisdom thing. That's what I'm calling it.
Okay. Did we succeed at that?
The
Or have we
wisdom
just
save
not
is the
done it yet?
last thing. It was a 27, so you tell me if we succeeded.
Well, that doesn't feel high enough. I was looking for at least a 42. That's a joke. Um, okay, so it let's just say you wouldn't want to have anyone you ever want to resurrect in this. They probably wouldn't be resurrectable after being in this, but the giant seems okay. They might have
Yeah,
sturdier
because the
stuff
point.
than.
Well, the point was to keep it from rotting further, but also not turning to mush.
Yeah, no, I understand that. So, um, the question I have for you guys is, where are you gonna? What town are you heading to? You guys are off the map, and no snapping. You guys are off the map in that direction. But there are several settlements you guys can head towards.
Did we get a hold of Setsuko?
I believe so, but I'll double check my DMs with Kat to see where the communicado was up to.
I think she just said, sure, bring it over concerning a corpse. And we're like, hey, let's go there. Because she doesn't know teleportation. She knows teleportation circle.
Yeah. So the last message was, "I'll ping you when we get to Solace!" Exclamation mark. So you guys can ping her when you're ready. She's not waiting at the cafe for you.
Okay, so we just gotta keep going?
Well, no. The question is, where are you going? Because you guys said we'll call you when we're, in society. What are you guys going to Thunder Rise? Are you going to Perseverance? You guys going to Serenity? You guys just leaving, going to Saltmarsh?
We were heading towards Thunder Rise.
So you want to go to Thunder Rise?
That was the plan. Yeah.
Okay, you can. You'll have to skirt through the desert for 300 kilometers, but you can if you want to.
We've done
Oh.
worse.
Yeah, we were gonna like go there and catch a mirror or something.
Okay. So, Amy, feel free to delegate this. But I need to the GM layer. That's right. I need 30 D100s.
I got this, guys. That's
Amy,
D1000.
yeah, you. Now, I
again,
will
once
say,
again.
you're rolling D1000s, but you still managed to get a 4.
Emmy, why aren't you playing clerics all the time?
I don't know.
You'll be as lucky as what's his face?
You have to be mildly
can't I-
more specific than that.
Talison's character. Talison's cleric character.
I don't know off the top of my head. As a by the by,
Caduceus?
Angel might have said Caduceus.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. As a
Caduceus.
by the by on the D1000, Emmy also got 2 numbers that were less than 10 off 1,000. So on either side, she hit a D1000 Channel Divinity.
Right.
Okay. So, Emmy, unless I'm missing something, I think the lowest you got in your second set was an 18. Sorry, 16. Nope, there's a 15.
The 15, yeah.
But there's no single digits in there, right?
No, because I'm great and doing fine.
Okay. Let me just double check one thing, and assuming it doesn't work the way I think it does, you guys will be fine. Oops, that was the wrong button. How's Varley doing, Murder?
Pretty good, I guess.
His opinion on sand?
Sand.
Sand. Okay, can I have 10 wisdom saves from Cat and Angel?
Why?
Don't worry about it. Can I also have that to the GM layer?
Yeah. 10
From-
wisdom
from-
saves?
From which character, Patmore?
Oh, your non-green one.
Okay.
I will let you go first. Let me know when you're done.
Wisdom saves to GM. 7, 8.
I assume that's not a true 5 on all of those.
Oh, yeah, Disregard played song.
Okay.
I mean, not the
You done?
worst. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, you can stop with your first roll.
Oh, come on.
No, it's fine.
I don't have to do all 10?
Nope.
Great.
Now, in transit, is there anything you guys want to achieve? Like, does anyone have a tool or herbalism proficiency that they want to get some use out of while you're traveling?
Can I make some meditate on ghost rolls to be resolved later?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
What sort of
Charge that
medicine
much.
are you? Oh, 1 second, Zombie. What sort of medicine are you working on, Amy?
Just to be a better battlefield medic. I'll be talking to Nyx, getting her to tell me plant stuff.
If you want,
Learning how to patch
Sagron is
wounds.
willing to injure himself so you can take a look at an injured dwarf.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. There's some pretty high dunes that he's willing to just jump off head first.
Okay.
I'm just gonna quickly roll a D100 just to make sure he's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
You want me to do that too, buddy?
Only if you want to, Carl.
All right, I'll help you out.
Oh, I want to go.
Oh no!
Okay, I need a D100 from both of you. Just don't roll super low.
Trial by
Okay.
fire for Selwyn.
Oh, both of you basically rolled the same number. Okay, everyone's fine. Okay, and Murder, do you remember how many weeks you've been on trying to learn Primordial?
The entire time skip, so that was, I think, 3 weeks. I didn't roll
The-
super
the-
good. It was
The
just,
time skip was 6 months.
Was it?
It was
Yeah.
4 months.
4 months. Murder, you already know Primordial. You've done your time.
No. I rolled like shit because you gave me one roll for it.
Oh.
And it's like 5 on the intelligence.
Okay.
check.
Murder, I'll let you roll again then. To see.
So I have conversational primordial, kind of like tourist primordial. Sorry.
Hey man, based on this roll, it could be better than common for you. It's better than common
Oh,
for
what?
you.
Oh, really? Cool.
Okay.
I'll just put it down as like an actual proficiency then, because you gave me like a roll.
Yeah.
For tourist primordial.
Zombie, is there anything Carl wants to work on?
Nope, just enjoying life.
Just enjoying life. Okay. Is there a roll involved, or do you succeed at that?
Yep, he's doing pretty well.
Cool. And most important question, Emmy, I don't think I've noticed this yet, but Selwyn has a funny number in hit points.
That he does.
And Kat, you're so close to greatness. You have 68 hit points.
Nah, beans.
But so does one of the dwarves, so it's fine. Okay, so
How many wisdoms do you want from Vesh for ghosts?
Just do 10.
Okay. So 2 ones that would do anything.
Okay.
Or well, one that would do something, and then maybe 1. I'll just make a note of that to be resolved later.
Cool, I appreciate the Christmas colours.
Yes.
It is Easter though, so it's not appropriate. Okay. Well, Emmy didn't roll low enough for you guys to have an encounter, so it will take a little while, but you will reach Thunder Rise. I used to have a pip token on this map telling you guys where you are. So I will see if I have it on the other map and see if I can pull it over. Oh, there you are. Why are you hiding the desert, Pip?
Schrodinger's Pip, that's where we last thought about Pip, so that's where Pip is.
Okay. Pip, why do you have an aura? You don't even have a health bar. Okay, so. Oh, no, don't run away, Pip. Oh, don't get even smaller, Pip. One moment, I need to resize Pip. He rapidly shrunk. Okay. Stop doing that, Pip. Okay, sorry. You guys kind of get within line of sight of Thunder Rise. Terrorize. That's a next door neighbor. But yeah, so heading in that direction, may I have a perception check from everyone who cares to? You know, I like where Valley's coming from, Murder.
Should have made a +2 on that.
Yeah, like I respect that 11. Like it's not going to get you anything, but I respect it.
Yeah, of course.
Same with that 8 cat. You know, not going to get you anything, but I respect the hell out of it.
It's the good vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Surprising no one, Selwyn with a 21 takes a cake. And Emmy, may I have a unrelated D100? Okay, cool. So Emmy, as you guys are heading down towards the settlement, you'd notice from even this distance there doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic in the settlement. Like you're seeing like guards and stuff on the external wall, but you're not seeing a lot of pedestrians and stuff walking around the settlement from here.
I will let the group know. Do you want me to go ahead and maybe scout?
Are you comfortable with that?
We'll do what you want to do, buddy.
Want me to come with? For protection and the buddy system.
That's
But
fine.
the-
Like I still see guards, so
Both the dwarves will also volunteer.
there's people. I think there's less people I think than there should be. I don't know. Never been to Thunderrise. It's okay. I'll go it alone. I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Sagron will raise his hand.
Yes.
What's the protocol if you're not here and 15 minutes have passed?
Blow everything up.
Noted.
Okay.
He starts laying down his explosives on a random dune.
Are you sure you want to do that? You might need to pick them up.
But-
you don't want to waste them.
She said he said if he's not back in 15 minutes, I'm to blow everything up.
Wouldn't you rather blow the city up or something?
I'm not a terrorist.
Well, pick up your stuff. It's only going to hurt
Okay.
us.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
Yes. I have.
Okay, he may or may not have said an unfavorable word about the tone you took.
At least she didn't tell him to pick his shit up, like his ex-wife.
Anyway, Emmy, after are you stealthing or are you like moseying with your mitts in your pockets?
Probably stealth. I'll go normal pace because I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll roll that 1 second.
Like I assume you pass because your mod's like a 12 or something. But
Well, you never know. I might crit shit the bed. So
yeah, but you'd have to double crit fail to Okay, with 26 you're fine. Emmy, you could walk up behind the guards and they won't notice you.
okay, great. I'm just gonna take a look in town and make sure there's people and nothing's weird and sus. Like, are the gates open or
The gates are currently closed.
is everything okay?
If you want a better look, you'll have to spider climb up one of the walls.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. May I have a new perception check? Okay, 27.
Respectable.
Yeah, 27, just respectable. Looking around, like again, you're seeing the guards are on the walls. You see, basically zero pedestrian traffic, but you're not seeing structural damage to the settlement or anything, so it doesn't look like it's been attacked or taken over or anything like that. It just you just aren't seeing the population. I will let you roll a insight or history check.
Okay. I was gonna ask, does it look like there's any indications of like maybe a quarantine or is this like a political lockdown?
I
I'll
can
roll
give you
insight.
answers after the insight or the history check. Okay, cool.
20.
You think they're in quarantine?
Hey. There's a plague that was happening in Vermilion, right? That was associated with kind of the undead.
Yep. It's called the phage.
The phage. Okay.
It 2 years ago it started spreading up. It hasn't been resolved yet.
Fun times. It's always great when the isolated desert town has an outbreak. So
Yeah.
that things are going well.
Yeah, so you think you that's probably why there aren't people walking around the streets right now.
Okay, I will head back over to the party.
Okay. It's almost redundant for me to ask, but I do need a stealth check for you to head back to the party.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Just so you know, you needed a 3 or less on both dices to fail. Okay, you're back at the party.
Yeah, it looks like the town's under quarantine.
Who's Corin?
I don't know.
And why are
It's
they
a
under
word.
him?
It means that the town is locked up because of sickness.
Oh.
Will we catch anything?
Probably not. From what I know of the phage, there's been like difficulty to handling it, right, Patmore? Because it's a magical illness in nature. I can't remember, or is it like a traditional plague?
May I have a history check?
Yes.
You don't think it's necessarily magical in nature. You know it's extraordinarily deadly, and the people who die of it generally turn into necrophages, but you don't know if that's necessarily a magic thing. Like, you, from your understanding, it first kind of popped up due to a lot of necromancy magic and a lot of undead roaming around during the Civil War. So it could be magic in nature, but you're not necessarily sure.
Okay. Well, it might be best for us just to not go to Thunderrise.
We'll be fine, right?
Be fine
Yeah.
going there?
Without going in there, I guess.
Yeah, but I think the only thing to take is that Thunderrise is somewhat isolated town, which means that obviously travelers brought in the illness, so Smooth Pass may also be under quarantine. It's been a while since we've been back home. Or I've been back home.
So none of the places we were going to go are accessible.
Oh, it's worth a shot. We could try Grey Ridge as well.
Okay. Do I know if there's a mirror in Grey Ridge?
You can roll a dice.
Sure, I love rolling dice.
Roll a D100.
Wow.
No, I'll remind you, Kat. Last week you rolled to be aware that there is a mirror in this lake.
Let's go swimming.
Look,
I
the
mean,
moment
at
you
that
hit
point,
like,
just go to Terraborn.
Right. I'm like, at this point, it's just easier to go to Terraborn.
Yeah.
We'll get a tarp
Okay.
and go to Terraborn.
Actually, fuck that. I don't trust this lake. Let's go to Terraborn.
but Murder, what about the
No.
the
Nope. Nope.
the lake den monster?
No. No. I've said more. I said no more times than you've spoken. I win.
I know you did. Like you guys can avoid Thunder Rise if you want. I will note at some point your dwarves are expecting to be released in a settlement because you paid for their escort, not paid for their perpetual loyalty. That doesn't necessarily have to be here, but just to remind you.
Yeah. Like, I figure if, like, the next city that we get off that is not beplagued, they can part ways. Because, like, we're going to keep going to cities until one of them is not completely overrun with plague.
We can ask Setsuko if she knows. But I don't know how how news travels in terms of what towns are plagued or not.
It travels at the speed of horse.
Okay. I just don't know if there's the government
Like,
tries to cover that up.
so, news can travel faster than merchants when there are spellcasters involved, because you have Sanding, you have Dream, you have Animal Messenger. Now, that does require someone in the settlement to be known by the spellcaster or to have, to be a spellcaster themselves. Thunder Rise is basically the size of Saltmarsh, so there isn't a wizard in Thunder Rise. There is probably an at most level 3 cleric running the church in Thunder Rise. So when you get to larger settlements like Smooth Pass, you'll probably have a spellcaster there. So assuming there is something wrong in depending on the settlement, that probably sent word. Like if any merchants travel to Thunder Rise, are probably told to turn back to Smooth Pass and relay that the Phacia's there. So if you ask Setsuko, she might know, but she also might need a day to research it or whatever, or some time to research it. But you guys also take time to get to places, so she'll probably have answers before you guys get to locations.
Let's go to Smooth Pass. Let's just go to Smooth Pass. See if we can
Sounds
drop
good.
the dwarves off.
Yep. Don't forget to water and feed them before you return them to the dwarf store.
It'd be pretty fucked up if we killed them on the road and not paid them.
Hey, if you want their gear, this is your last chance, mate.
Yeah.
I've been playing a bit of Dragon Age Origins recently. This is the opportunity to unequip their gear, so that when they die in the cinematic, you get to keep their pretty cool armor and stuff. The only downside is they are going to be in their underwear during the cinematic.
No, that's an upside.
Oh, that's the upside. Oh, okay, you're into nearly nude dwarves.
No, it's just hilarious.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a naked dwarf dramatically dying against like an army of enemies. It's funny.
That's fair. Okay. Uh, cat, no coughing fits. Okay, so, Emmy, I'm going to need 3D100s that you can roll or you can delegate.
I'll delegate those to Zombie.
It's GR, right?
Yeah, I
You
think.
said 30?
Yeah. Sorry, 3D100s.
Oh.
You can roll 30, but I'll only read the first tree.
We'll keep it simple.
Okay. And okay. Now, Kat, I believe you have the highest passive still, right? With Callista.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like it's high 20s, isn't it? Or is it? Actually, hang on, I've got a button for this. Let's just. Oh, that's the wrong button. Here's my button. High 20s. No, actually, I'm sorry, Emmy. You have the prize. You have 22. Unless that's not up to date anymore. It should be, but it might not be.
That's accurate.
Okay. At some point, I need to add Vesh into that macro. Okay. Okay, just need one moment. Okay. Oh, and Emmy may have 1D100 to the gem line. That's just for selling stuff. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sorry, just getting something in front of me. And also making sure it's what I think it is. Okay. Let me see. Actually, I'll do a roll now quickly to determine something. Okay.
What the fuck?
Emmy, as the party's traveling, you notice that there seems to be like a group of highwaymen kind of down the road waiting to ambush the party. You notice about maybe 5 minutes before the party is in range, that they've observed the party and they've decided to just leave.
Okay. I'll let the group know. We're good.
Carl turns to Valley. You scared him off.
I think that was you. You're looking you're looking very intimidating with that giant hammer. Wish I had a giant hammer actually.
I think it was Vesh.
Well, she is taller than both of us. Must have seen her first.
Good job.
Just high fives all around. Like a bundle of high fives.
Yeah, those bandits look at you guys are just like, no, fuck this. Like, no pay is worth ambushing that group of people. We'll wait for the next group. Okay. Moving guys. Oh, that's the wrong button. Moving guys down here. Emmy, you would once again notice what you notice at Thunder Rise. It seems that Smooth Pass is also in quarantine.
God fucking damn it.
You might want to contact Setsuko to see if we can even get into Terraborn.
Yeah, ask if Terraborn's okay. I hope my apartment's fine. It's in the poor district again.
You know, you can just buy a new one.
I don't
Who
have
said
money.
that?
No, that's the voice of God. You are the richest now than you've ever been.
I'm very poor.
God, stop making Selwyn feel bad for the love of their apartment, okay?
Okay. Look, the other way of looking at it, Emmy, if you love that apartment, just improve your neighborhood. Like, don't change neighborhoods, just fix your current one.
Last time I tried, I think I talked to a vampire. So we got to keep an eye out for the very plain-looking gentleman when we get to Terraborn.
What's wrong with vampires? Are you discriminating against a subsection of society?
Yes.
A small
Because they're
minority?
evil.
They're
A
evil.
small minority that require the death of another creature to survive.
They don't need to kill people, they just need to leech off them a little bit. It's just a little bit of anyway, so I'm going to assume Kat's coughing too much to answer this. So if she does ascending, you will get the like thumbs up emoji. It's fine in Terraborn. So it seems that if more places than Thunder Rise and Smooth Pass are affected, Terraborn has not been affected yet.
Onward.
Okay. Even more fast travel. Okay, that was free, so that would be... Emmy, you or someone else can roll 6 D100s.
Angel. Roll 6100s.
And Emmy, I need a D100 for just
Oh.
selling stuff. Okay. No encounters with that roll. That brings us to Terraborn. You guys may enter, it's still open.
To Setsuko.
With this giant ass frozen popsicle of a corpse in
We
a
would
wagon.
100% have found a tarp or something.
Where?
I don't know, but somewhere, somehow, we would have found one.
Just make one out of leaves. That's what you do, right? You're a druid.
Like, if you want to have a tarp on it, you can say, I destroy my tent.
Sure.
Okay. So, are you going to her store or her place of residence?
Does she live with Fergus?
You don't know.
Do we know where she lives?
No.
If the answer is no, then yes, we're going to her store.
Okay. The most important question, you're stopping by Emmy's house first. You make sure it's still in one piece.
We should just go to the store first since we have to unload this body. We don't need to stop at my place.
That is the plan.
But
The
Emmy,
store.
what if this is like the one increment of like an hour in which your house is in jeopardy?
I'll just go check it out. You guys can stop at Setsuko.
Okay, and remind me, did you guys pay the dwarves up front or was it pay on arrival?
I think we paid half up front. Can't remember.
Our accountant is currently unavailable.
I think the term is slowly dying. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the party loot bag because Cat normally keeps accounting matters in here. No, apparently. We'll deal with that when she's not dying. Like, but we can retroactively just go back to it and say, X was paid where, what, but we'll deal with that later. So, I will. No, it's fine. So you guys will arrive at her store. Who wants to go in?
I'll go grab her.
Okay. You may go grab her.
Hi, Setsuko. We're here. I know you're thrilled.
There seems to be an unnecessary amount of sarcasm with that. Welcome back.
Where do you want the body?
I've got a place for it in the back if you want to take him to the alley.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. How's everyone?
Everyone's good. We've picked up another party member. Fergus is still at Terrace Rise, although apparently what they're doing is working.
Yeah,
So
Callista told me.
yeah.
Who's the big guy?
I look outside through a window. Which one? We have a few.
The Viking.
Oh, that's Volley. We
And
found him.
he's the new one?
Yeah, he's one of Fergus's friends.
Okay. And the Green Lady,
how-
she's new, or did I just not meet her last time?
She's new. That is... God, why is the name escaping me right now?
Vesh.
That's Vesh. Vesh and her wizard friend.
Why didn't he just teleport you back?
Apparently he doesn't think that way when picking spells.
I guess it takes all sorts.
I don't know.
How long until you
My
can
magic-
teleport?
She starts counting.
Like, you do magic. Like, not like I do, but presumably at some point
I-
you can do that, right?
Can cast 7th level. It is a 7th circle spell for me, so I'm probably several years off.
Oh.
And it's
Well,
more, I can go to another plane of existence.
just going to remind you that transport via tree plants exists, or plane. Yeah, it's transport via plants exists. I think that's a 6th level druid teleport.
So still a couple years off.
Yeah. I sell scrolls and stuff that let you teleport. Just if that interests you all in the future.
It does. I can guarantee you it does. Do you also have scrolls of... She says the in-canon name of transportation via plants.
Um,
Because that's
don't
one
know.
I can use.
roll a d100, and just to remind you, anyone can use a scroll. You don't need to even be a spellcaster. There's just a roll attached. For an 18, no. I have Tree Stride.
I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We were just
Hi.
talking about you.
No one said your name in vain.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I had to run and grab water because I started hacking up a lung.
Okay. So just to
That's
get
not
you,
good.
all, up to date, we've arrived at Terraborn. They've went to Setsuko's store. We've been making small talk for 10 minutes. The question
cool.
that was directed towards you, that you weren't here for, was the dwarves. Were they paid up front? The consensus we got from everyone else was it was like half up front, half on arrival. Is that correct?
Let me check notes. Hold on.
Yeah. take as long as you need on that. There's no real rush. But seeing that we're out of settlement, the dwarf, like, unless you guys want to like keep paying them, the dwarves are probably gonna continue on their way.
We'll be kind and let them go.
Now, it's up to you. Like, Atten, there's no freedom in his life. He's been paid for forever by Vesh. But the dwarves, you guys can pay your dwarf subscription.
One of them wanted a cut from whatever we found. We didn't find anything, so we're gonna have to work out details on that. On that.
He would settle for just one of the giant corpse's legs.
I do need that. Can I interest you in a big bird?
Two
We
big
give
birds.
him the bird.
Or instead, a monetary cash payment.
Two birds and money.
Less money.
How
than
much is the
before,
leg
though.
worth to you?
I don't know. It just seems like a neat thing to have.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes and then it rots. We had to do the whole freezing thing. But,
One bird and a job well done.
Okay, a bird and point at Valley. Here's white and copper.
You just
I
be
don't think that
fucking
was what was agreed
inconvenient.
upon.
you can't just ask a man his weight. That's so rude.
That's like 20 silver or something, or like 30 silver tops. He's just being fucking inconvenient about it.
He also he didn't want to ask for silver because it seemed a bit presumptuous.
Like, the other one was half up front, half, in job complete. So that's where that came from. But the other guy wanted a cut. So I'm like, why don't we just give him what the other guy got, which was
I'll note this.
escaping me.
The bombardier will accept one of your landmines instead of financial reward.
Oh yeah, you want one of the supreme landmines?
Yeah.
Sure. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have it instead of your this is your severance pay from us instead of your big jar of boom. What the fuck is it called? The keg.
Cool. Okay. He'll take a landmine. And if you don't want to pay him, you pay the other one. The other one would accept your maul of that orc dude. That one orc dude that you guys know. All it does is it's a wisdom save when the target kills someone, and if when that happens, people nearby have to do a wisdom save versus fear. You guys could also
Sure,
just
no
pay
one's gonna
him,
use it.
but I also don't think you guys are ever going to use that item.
We're never gonna use it. He can have it.
Cool. Okay, so jumping back in the store, your Setsuko has directed where you guys can take your cart and the body. I'm going to put these dwarves in a box because they're not your dwarves anymore. You've not paid your dwarf insurance. Okay, so you've taken the body into Setsuko's her garage equivalent. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to defrost, so why don't we jump over to Selwyn for a moment. Emmy, roll a d100 on the status of your house. As long as you don't roll really low, it's going to be fine.
What are we rolling?
No, Emmy's rolling a d100 just to see if her house is still there.
It's there. I think.
Oh, yeah. the
There's been some leaks, you know.
yeah, like so it was a bit cold while you were away. It snowed a bit. The snow defrosted. It did some water damage in the living room. It's not good, but it could be
It's
worse.
just like my actual apartment.
Yeah. You know, a cart went through the house next to you, but no one was hurt. It's fine.
Oh no! Oh,
um,
I have a photo of what the accident looked like. 1 second.
um,
Pretty
but
fun.
the most important question is, Emmy, do you have the 15 keys required to open your front door?
Oh, 100%.
Oh. What sort of car is that?
I don't know. My door is slightly out of frame, like the front door to my building on the left.
Like, cause is that a car in which like the doors open opposite to each other?
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know.
That's weird. Is that common now?
I think it's just semi-fancy car.
I like the color though. Not the white bit, the blue bit. Not a fan of the hood ornament though. Okay, so yeah, your house seems to be 100% unmolested.
Excellent. My conspiracy wall is still there. Thumbs up.
Actually, roll an investigation check on that.
Oh no, my conspiracy wall. I probably should have taken that down before you left.
Well, you're always in a hurry.
It's true.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly remind us of what the conspiracy wall is. Yeah, just in case anyone needs a refresher. You know, Amy, don't forget to buy more locks, holy water, magic arrows, and sheets.
I forgot that. Oh, I think I got the sheets because I covered every mirror in the house.
Okay, so we can
A
cross
reflective
that one
surface.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I think you still need more locks.
I do think I need more locks as well.
I'm just saying if there's any. Okay, so on your to-do list,
I don't think I did any of them.
You haven't spoken to Andrew Yates.
No.
You didn't stake out the art district.
No.
You
Fergus isn't
haven't
here.
at all spoken to Fergus about the victims. You haven't been to Grey Hollow. You haven't confirmed the existence of the King's Divine Treasure.
I was gonna do that, and then we left.
Yeah. You haven't looked into the new suspicious influential figures. You haven't looked into the Higdon family. Actually, you've done one of those. You stayed hydrated and you slept, so I can mark that one off. You haven't really looked into the anemic problem.
Okay.
Actually, you also failed the don't let anyone into my house and never take the same route home because, you know, the route you took home today is the same route you took when you first returned to Terraborn, you know, 4 months ago.
Someone's getting back into the mindset that he had when he made his wall. So
Okay.
it's been a nice vacation. It's at an end now.
Yeah. Your boss is probably waiting for a report.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna return us to the map of the Human Kingdoms. Okay, yeah. So you guys have some time before the body's ready to be molested.
You have to say it that way.
I think it's a pretty good descriptor. You guys are gonna cut it open and investigate it.
Autopsied is also a word.
I don't think it counts with a giant. Look, you're gonna take its innards and you're gonna make it outards, okay? You're gonna extradite it. But yeah, so you guys have a few hours. Is there anything you guys want to do with those few hours? I will remind
nap?
you, Setsuko
Oh.
owns a magic store if you guys have funds that you guys want to spend.
Oh, she has a tree stride scroll. Let's grab that.
Okay.
How much is a tree stride scroll?
We haven't discussed it yet.
Okay, cool.
It's
Does that make the trees walk? Sorry.
it's a 5th level scroll. It will be pretty expensive. What's your budget?
Currently,
Only one person can do tree stride, right?
Yeah, but it lasts a minute or something, and it's like any tree within 500 feet of you.
Okay.
It's a really good ranger thing because you can essentially teleport around a forest while fighting an opponent. I nearly killed Vesh once using it.
We did.
So I am specifically looking up the price of scrolls because when they made 5e, they decided not to put a fucking price on scrolls. So I'm just seeing in my D&D shopping catalog if they put a price on scrolls, and then I'll get back to you from there. Oh, they did. That's cool. So, I think I'd describe your relationship with this store owner fairly well. Like, you guys, don't
We're
mind
buddies.
each other. Yeah. 5th level is the highest level of scroll that is in this catalog, so that's convenient. Now, if you were to buy it from someone who wasn't Setsuko, that'd cost you 750 gold. But Setsuko can probably let it go for 350 gold.
Silver?
No gold.
Never mind.
In silver, it's 3,750.
No, we're not doing it.
I mean, we can afford it.
Can we?
Yeah. That's 35 platinum pieces. We have
I'll-
52.
I'll also note, if you guys want to buy something like that, you probably want to buy something that isn't consumable.
Yeah. Like, we'd be feeding it to Angel, I think. You
And
know
I
they can
can't.
cast it, right?
Well,
I can't.
at a certain level,
memorize
she'll
it.
just know it. So
Yeah,
Okay.
so
she's not a
never
wizard.
mind.
She doesn't have to eat it.
Oh,
Let's-
well, if you don't have to eat it, then no, let's not buy it.
Right. So
But-
no.
Like, if you guys want other stuff, she sells stuff.
What's her list of stuff?
It
Like,
would be
well-
easier for me to ask you, what sort of stuff do you want to buy?
No. List everything in order alphabetically right now.
There's over
Okay,
1,000 items.
So
I know what I
like,
said.
Here's
Okay.
the thing. We don't know what we're looking for. We all have.
Okay.
We're all attuned.
yeah, everyone's attuned out, so we wouldn't be looking for anything major.
Okay.
Someone wants
Emmy-
a magic arrow.
Yeah, Emmy did bring up Magic Arrow, which I'm just going to see if that's listed in my helpful handout. Is that in the arcane shop? Apparently it's not in the arcane shop. Okay, let's look at the... Nope, it's on that one either. Okay, adventuring supplies. Clearly that would have +1 arrows in there, right? You're disappointing me, book. It's not Temple and Faith. Yeah, maybe Blacksmith. Maybe Fletcher. Okay, one moment. Just gonna get a consensus. Okay. Now, Emmy, are you looking for just plus increments of arrows, or are you looking for arrows that do shit?
Probably arrows that do shit now, since I have a magic bow.
Okay. Let me just look at my compendium of arrows that do shit. While I'm doing this, I'm just going to remind you, this would also be a place where you can buy potions.
Did we need more healing potions, everybody? Do we have any?
I
Carl doesn't, but
double check.
maybe I want her to, for someone to have some.
You guys have free. Nope, no, those are potencies. You guys have one greater healing potion. Nope, sorry, misread that again. That's greater poison. You guys have 0 healing potions. No, that was a bit of a ride. Yeah, you guys have absolutely 0 potions of healing.
Oh, I have 4 on me.
Well, you have potions of healing. The party does not. Okay, so there's a few different arrows you can buy here. There are siege arrows. There are web arrows. There is a single unbreaking arrow. There's shatter arrows, which are kind of the opposite of an unbreaking arrow. I'm just making it a little bit easier to read. That they would have Emmy roll a d3. There are 3 deadfall arrows. And roll one more d3. There is also 3 Chrisman. There are 3 starfall arrows.
What did the starfall ones do?
So when you hit a creature with this, you can spend 1 or more of hit dice up to the maximum number of hit dice you do. For each hit dice you spend this way, you roll the dice and add your constitution modifier. You list hit points equal to the total. Each creature within 10 feet of the target, including the target, must do a DC 15 dex save or take necrotic damage equal to the hit points you lost.
Nah, okay. I think I'm okay. I think I can do most of the arrow abilities by myself.
Okay. Just to give you a summary quickly, though, Unbreakable Arrow does exactly what it says on the package. The arrow is unbreakable. The Shadow Shot ones explode and do thunder damage on impact. The web arrows kind of explode into spider web on impact. Siege arrows do double damage to structures, and the deadfall arrows are the ones that turn into logs. They're the I don't remember what you guys ended up calling it, but you know that one arrow you had that turned into a log? That's what the deadfall arrows are.
How much are those?
Those would be one second. Those would be 2 gold each.
And there's how many again? 2?
Oh, sorry. They're 5 gold each, and there's 2 of them.
Okay, I'll take both those.
Okay. Mark down that you have 2 log arrows or deadfall arrows or larrows or whatever you ended up calling it. Log. Okay, so aside from that, is anyone else doing anything while you were waiting for the bodies to defrost, or the body to defrost? Murder, I'm going to nominate you. What does Valley do during this time?
Does Zetsuko have any books?
Yeah, she's a wizard. She has many books.
Vali wants books.
What sort of books?
Just books.
Do you want a book with an Eldritch Horror inside of it? Like, one of her books, if you open it up, tentacles come out of it.
Yes.
You want that book?
Yeah.
She'll warn you she hasn't really had a chance to work out if it's entirely safe.
It'll be fine.
But what she's determined so far is that you can cut the tentacles off as they kind of grow out, and the tentacles taste good when you like cook them in oil.
Yes, it's a snack book.
Well, I don't think that's what it's for, but that's what it's currently being used for.
Oh, but there's nothing to read though.
No, it's full of writing.
Okay.
But it
yeah,
also,
I'll
as
take-
you open the book up, tentacles reach out and try to grab you.
How much for that?
How much would you buy it for?
20 silver.
I will say 100 silver, and then we'll haggle it down to 60 silver. How does that sound?
Sure.
Cool. Good luck with it. Don't go to sleep with it open.
Okay.
Cool. If you do want like storybooks and stuff, there is a bookstore just two buildings down.
Well, it's gonna take me a while to get through this book.
Yeah. Don't eat the tentacles raw though. That will probably upset your stomach. Okay. Anyway. So the bodies will defrost. Kat, are you present?
Yes, I am currently.
Okay. Do you have any expertise with giant shucking that you want to use here?
No class, no like like statistical expertise, but Vesh has done it before. Like,
So you would like to assist Setsuko as Vesh?
yeah, sure.
Do you have any advice?
Patmore, I don't have enough wind to.
That's all right. Cat, find your wind. And keep it so that you don't die. Emmy, I don't know if you have a ghost haunting you that specifically has dissected giants before, but I'll let you roll for it.
I have a 5 in medicine, so I can assist as well.
I do not, but I can always take proficiency in medicine.
Okay, I'm just opening Setsuko's sheet. I have to take the dust off it because it's been 2 months since it's been opened, but ironically, Fergus had medicine proficiency.
He's busy.
Yeah, he's finding oneness.
We're very happy for him because now he will live a healthy life.
Okay, and does anyone in this party have guidance?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
that's Gendril.
Like from a metaphysical standpoint, I guess he has guidance. But I'd call it more advice. Okay, so Setsuko will do a medicine check. She'll have advantage. Because of Vesh, Nyx, and Selwyn, it will be advantage +2. Before I make this roll, does anyone have anything they want to add to this?
Nope.
Meta, what does Vali have anything he wants to bring to the table?
A positive attitude.
Got 2 jangles, so she can fuck up twice.
She can fuck up once because it takes a
She can
reaction
fuck up
to.
once. Oh yeah, reaction. So she can fuck up once.
Okay. So I'm not going to tell you guys what her mod is, but I'll Emmy nominate someone to roll the d20. Sorry, the 2d20 for Setsuko.
I nominate murder.
Okay, Murder, it's on you.
You want this to the GM layer or just
I will leave that up to you.
so no?
Okay. So unless anyone considers a 19 on the dice a fuck up, we won't use the jangle.
No, I think a 19's good.
Like, it could be better. 5% better. But with advantage and with the +2 from advantage and proficiency, there are no problems with the surgery. Cat, it does differ slightly than the giants you've seen dissected in the past, as the ones in the past didn't have the body of the original creature within it. The dissecting the giant, Setsuko would find roughly 50% of the original host is still in there. So it seems that it wasn't a full transformation. It was somewhere in the range of 50%, give or take 15% either way. So that's what Varley put his fist through originally, was the partially transformed original target.
I mean, that's not great if it's only partial and they were as strong as they were.
That's true.
What would it take, based on what we've learned, it's possible with something like a Dispel Magic?
With these ones, if you dispel it, the 50% of the not giant will be remaining.
But not alive.
No.
Well, that's fucked up.
And the Yuan-Ti are experimenting in the deep roads.
The upside is it doesn't seem like this form has permanence.
I don't know what that means.
The giant form is unstable. At a certain point, it won't necessarily revert back into being the original target, but it will break down.
Okay.
So, okay, that makes sense.
Just based on this corpse, I'd maybe give them somewhere between 2 weeks and 2 months before the form breaks down, depending
that's-
on other forms.
That's not good.
There were multiple versions of this, different iterations, different kinds of things. There was one that was fish-like. There was one that was, I'd call it a siege monster, if I had to put a label on it. This one, I forget which one this one is. And
This
The
is the
weird
smiling
look
one. Yeah, one
This
big
is the what?
eyeball. It's a smiling one,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like doesn't have a head, but on its torso it has a big mouth and one big eyeball.
There's big mouth one.
So they have multiple versions.
And they could have longer or shorter lifespans than this one does.
How do we stop it?
I like stop the transformation or to kill it once it's transformed.
Both.
Well, if you dispel one of these, it will die. As the you would essentially be just removing the giant skin on the outside. Stopping it, I would have to know how they do it. I don't think it's a quick process. I would assume it can't be done instantaneously. At least not with this variant.
I glance at Vesh to see if she has anything to add.
Glances at Vesh to see if she is alive.
I heard Vesh.
Kat, would you like to just type any replies for today?
Unfortunately,
You cut out. We
Yeah.
don't know
oh my
what you
god,
said.
of course. The issue is that I'm coughing and I can't hear over my coughing what everyone is saying is kind of where I'm having an issue. So what are we looking at, Vesh, about?
So we're looking at Vesh for a little bit more information on how the giants are made and how to stop them. But just as an aside, Kat, if you need to, you can take a week off.
I'm okay. It's just when I try to talk is the issue, which is not great.
Okay,
In
you're
our
not allowed to
talking
talk
game.
now.
Don't worry, I will talk so much today.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate. Vesh would
If you want, I can speak for Vesh now while you try to find your heir.
yeah,
Okay.
drive Vesh.
Okay, cool. She's a manual, which might take a little while for me to get used to, but I'll work it out. But based on what Vesh knows from the previous campaign, just to kind of summarize a little bit out of character, just to kind of make it a little bit easy to understand. So these giants are clearly a different stage in creation or variant than the giant she's run into in the past, for numerous reasons, including not limited to the previous giants didn't have any of the original form within them, but when they were dispelled, the original form would be preserved and still alive. In the previous campaign, they managed to dispel a giant and found a person within it who was still alive, and they were able to communicate with them. The giants from the original camp, the giants that she's run into in the past, didn't have an expiry date in the giant form. They could theoretically survive forever. They also were not necessarily as strong as these forms were in combat per se. They definitely were a little bit simpler. they were tanky and they could hit like a truck, but they weren't particularly fast. Sorry, I was just bringing something up in front of me. So the Vesh wouldn't necessarily be able to. Oh, sorry. And the other thing that Vesh knew from the her previous encounters with the giants was the variant that she fought had the ability of, like, when they were they could be instantaneously turned into giants. She wasn't necessarily aware of the process that would go through, but when the process was set into motion, it could happen instantaneously. So while the end result is somewhat similar, it seems that the method of creating the other giants was done very differently, with some upside of them living much longer and them being much more directable, but they were less potent as a result. You may ask your question now.
Out of character.
Yep.
Strictly meta-wise, are illithids or mind flayers a thing in your world?
Like they exist. I off the top of my head, I can't think of an appearance in either campaign of one yet. Moda, correct me on that.
None with this group, yeah.
Because this sounds like a form of ceramorphosis, and I'm just trying to think of if anybody would know that.
So, before I answer your question, going back an entire layer of meta, the reason illithids haven't really appeared in campaign 1 or 2 of this campaign was the previous campaign, based in a different setting. So 2 campaigns ago, illithids were played with a lot by Captain Murder, like 3 years ago. So because of that, I didn't really use them in the last campaign. They do exist. You guys, like last week, had the highest chance of running into them because they were on the Deep Roads encounter table. You guys chose not to roll low enough on the table. But I'll let Carl can roll Dwarven History. Everyone else, unless you can make a case for it, can roll History with disadvantage.
Vali reads books.
Yeah, Kat, why do you have to roll like that?
There's no passive trace.
Yeah, I know, but you still got a 24.
I know.
Oh, I dropped a 20.
Carl got a 1.
I also dropped a 20.
Disadvantage. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm guessing Callista did far better.
I fixed it.
Okay,
Pebble.
okay.
Don't worry.
She rolled really well on her first roll and then average on her second roll. So Carl, what you know about illithids is that they live on the bottom of the ocean and they control the sea. The capital city of their people is called Tritopia.
Yeah, there's mermaids.
And they like their battle mounts are all megalodons.
I thought those were extinct.
Illithids also don't live in the bottom of the ocean. Why are you looking at Carl for world advice?
It's what they want you to think.
Oh, and their council is led by the Council of the Coon. It's made up of raccoons. Yeah. That's where they fled after the raccoon wars.
Does Selwyn get anything?
Yeah,
He's
Selwyn,
18?
so many of your ghosts have been killed by illithids.
Yeah, I counted a lot of them in the Deep Roads.
So just to be
Unpleasant creatures.
Just to be clear, I hadn't brought this up in character. It was just an out of character thought that occurred to me because I wasn't sure. But
Yeah.
it sounds like a form of ceramorphosis.
I will note, in the meta, UNT in Faerun and in Greyhawks and in more or less all of the Wizards of the Coast settings, UNT are known for eugenics and stuff like that. So it's also not 100% out of character for them to be doing shit like this.
Well, I know, but the instant transformation is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, it like I said, that was an out of character thought that occurred to me, and apparently there's absolutely no way Nyx would even know about it. So
Not a lot of Illifids in Emberfall.
it's probably a good thing.
It's a great thing, right? Because it brings up the idea of volcano-dwelling Illifids. So, like, flame-themed Illifids, which is interesting. Anyway, so that's the summary for now. So if you had more information, she could give you more information to build off. But this is kind of all she can get from one corpse.
That's a lot. Thank you very much for your assistance.
You're welcome.
I will let her know that. Oh, hold on.
Okay, she's holding on.
We stand in awkward silence.
I'm sorry.
So I was thinking about replacing the curtains at the front of the store. I'm thinking maybe going for more of a like a blue instead of the current red. What do you think?
Do a burgundy.
But really,
Without a green.
every time I look at you.
So I'll just say, look, from what we've been told, this is not the only place they're doing these experiments. Have you heard anything else about anything like this?
Hey, Moto, you want to roll a history check for Setsuko?
Sure.
Flat,
Right?
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, not this per se, but she has been hearing rumors of giant humanoids kind of all over the coast. Not like this, not Blinky specifically, but but not like towns disappearing or coordinated things. You know, like the occasional one walking into a town and the guards dealing with it.
The Illithids are behind it.
What?
Nothing, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, Carol. I have a cookie jar on the bench if you want to help yourself.
Oh boy.
Okay, is there anything you guys want to do with Setsuko before doing whatever you guys are doing next, which you guys will also discuss?
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
It's fine. I'll waive the appointment fee this time.
All right. Let us know if you need anything.
How are you with corpse disposal?
I would just burn it.
Throw it in the sewer. There's lots of oozes down there.
Could you do that so I'm not dragging a giant corpse by myself tonight?
Oh, sure. You need to cut it up into smaller bits, though. I can help.
Okay.
Got a bone saw?
Yeah, actually.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys spend the afternoon cutting the corpse up into little pieces and putting it in the sewers.
The glamorous life of adventurers, guys.
So, where are you guys going now?
Back to Selwyn's house.
Back to no, I meant more from like a general. Where are you guys going now? Not
Well, Callista said that she needs to do some stuff in Fantasy Germany.
she's got some stuff in Madrigal. You have something in Madrigal.
I do.
Murder and Zombie and Vesh have stuff in Solace.
What does
Emmy,
Selwyn have?
No, Emmy,
Schizophrenia.
do you go to your office at any point?
Oh, I will. I'll check in. It's been a hot minute.
Okay.
I'll give him a report. I have been doing a little report as I've been gone. It's not a lot of interesting stuff, though.
Do a check of your
Minus the
choice.
Giants.
Either like a social check or like an intelligence check, to essentially impress your bosses so they won't ask why it's been months. Well, they'll just be like, okay, cool, here's a report. We accept, that you were on duty for that long.
Before I go, I will make sure to get proficiency in persuasion for my ghosts, and then
Okay.
I will talk to them. I did tell them after I asked for the job I was gonna be away for a bit, so I'm hoping
Yeah,
that
you weren't
helps.
specific in how long a bit was. Though. Like,
It's just-
a bit could include like, I'll be away for a bit, 20 minutes to get a coffee.
Yeah. 16.
Okay, you're not fired.
I did it, guys. All right, I gotta go again. Sorry.
They will ask where the fuck you're going, but essentially anywhere as long as it's one of the human kingdoms, I'll be interested in where you're going, just so that they can get intel. This time they will give you a sending stone because they don't want to wait months before the next report.
All right, I guess that's fair when you're employed.
They will give you some money because they are employing you.
Oh, yay.
You're not a slave. You have an income.
Excellent.
Okay. They will give you hang on, just let me get my payment calculator up. Okay. Emmy, they will give you a small chest. The chest is full of copper pieces.
That's petty, but okay. I deserve it.
You can ask for a different denomination of currency. It's just this one's easier to kind of use.
Well, the silver's always nice, but the copper's fine. I'll take it.
You get to keep the chest.
Ah, perfect.
Okay.
Goal
so,
to not get robbed on the way home now.
roll a d100. Okay. So I'm just doing money math in my head. So that would be why am I doing money math? I have a fucking chart for it in my rules. Sorry, I made something. I might as well use it. Okay. So Emmy, there is there is 3,000 copper pieces in the chest.
Alright, I'll write that on my sheet.
You might be over encumbered, so you might need to go to the bank on the way home.
Okay, I'll go to the bank on the way home.
And you're in a city, you've got access to a bank. You can turn the coinage into any size you want. You could even turn it all into Electrum if you wanted to.
So yeah, I'll just turn it into silver.
Yeah. So. I'll remind you, Emmy, you wanted to look at Blackwoods. Blackwood, which is here. I believe you also wanted to go to Grey Hollow to look at the battlefield at some point. So, Emmy's, personal goals, at least on the chart, were in Vermilion. The Free Barbarians want to go to Solace. And the two spellcasters want to go to Madrigal.
I think, wasn't our original idea that we were gonna, until we encountered the whole giant issue, was that we were gonna go to Solace
Yeah.
for the hammer? So
Yep.
here's my
Actually.
personal vote. Axe. Apologies.
Yeah. And
Um,
that's where Vesh's goals are. She wants to topple a government and kidnap a child. Sorry,
In
rescue a
Solace?
child.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, because we could go do Solace stuff and then go to Magical after.
if you
Grey Hollow
guys-
can wait. I don't mind.
If you guys
too much.
are heading for here, you guys can go through Blackwood on the way.
The only thing I would need for Nyx to say maybe I need to sit this one out and go myself is if there is information on her sibling available now that has the same power as her. Because that's why she needed to go, was to pick the kid up.
Who are you
And
going
with-
to try and get the information from?
Well, it was Fergus that was working on it.
Yep. And
So
you took him out of town.
Did they leave a letter at his door? Can we check that?
yeah, come on.
So out of all of you, the only one who can walk into Selwyn, you're probably the least likely to be asked why you're in that district.
Wrong. Volley can walk into anywhere. Watch
Okay.
me.
You guys can walk into the Noble district if you want to. But you're probably going to be asked to leave because you look like a bunch of upstarts.
Selwyn, can you please run by and see if there's any communication
hold
for
on.
Fergus? Or I'll go talk to Setsuko and see if she knows anything. Because
I feel like-
dating.
Sure, I'll go.
I feel like that's not fair. Half of us have government jobs, and outside of Volley, everyone here is a national hero.
Yeah, but you're not rich.
Because I hate you.
I know, I agree with it. Like I said, you guys would be questioned. You guys probably wouldn't be asked to leave after you declared who you are. They might ask Kara to leave. But the rest of you would be fine. But just to kind of jump ahead, there wouldn't be anything waiting, there wouldn't be mail sitting at Fergus's door. He has staff. But Angela, on the GM lay, roll a D100 for me. You aren't necessarily sure where he has access to his information network. It doesn't seem that anything was sent to him through the mail. Setsuko or Callista can sending him, but he personally wouldn't have any information on it, and he would be very reluctant to explain how to access his network because that's how you lose your network. Now there are other information brokers here, but it seems when you guys pulled Fergus out of Terraborn, you kind of put that on hold.
With that, I want to say,
Yep.
toppling the government or kidnapping a newborn baby probably isn't going to be a short-term thing. So if we want to swing by Magical and just pick a kid up, that's probably going to be faster.
Doesn't Callista need to do something in magical? Like, she's got to do something in magical too.
Yeah, she has nefarious activities to get up to, as Callista always does. So we can do that too.
This is maligning Callista's good name. They are only sometimes nefarious.
Hush, Cat, you can't speak today. I can malign your name as much as I want to.
Do you have to go to Emberford?
Was it Amberfoot or Amberchill?
Mine is Emberchill. I don't know where Callista's
Kat has like an entire conspiracy board of locations she needs or wants to go to.
A
I think most prominently like Arcadia, like the literal capital. But like we also
that's
don't
where they
have
storm the crimes.
we also don't have to like oh sorry.
I was just gonna say the only concern I have is Patmore's mean, and if we put it off, we'll get there and be like, the kid's been taken by the harvestmen already because you delayed.
Like it's fair. That's what I'm saying. I think the other stuff is more long term. So if we want to just skip over to there and see what's up, we could.
To just defend my name slightly, I don't think that's mean. You guys pick your priorities, okay? You can't necessarily do everything.
what did you need information on specifically, Angel, for your brother?
I don't know if it's a brother or sister. It might be a child that was born after I was kicked out at the age of 4. I had asked Fergus to look into it, like look into anything to do with her family, and the rumor that came back was there is another one that has your abilities, which all happened at the same time, like right around when we first came across the Harvestmen, and then the metal came up that affects shape changers, specifically druids. So it was like, well, fuck, I gotta get that kid out of there. So, and then Fergus is not here to get the, I think originally they were supposed to bring the kid, but I think the plan changed because Fergus left. So I don't even know anymore.
He was getting information on it, and you guys were in the early stages of the plan, and then you guys took a hard left. Like the hardest left any adventuring parties ever went to. It's like, hey, let's cross an entire desert and sit our favorite NPC on a cliff for maybe a year or 2. But on the way, we're gonna destroy Meta's boat.
Because if we want to spend a bit longer in Terraborn, I have access to a lot of the same channels now that Fergus did.
Well,
I don't mind that. I'm just saying, like, on the meta side of things, I feel bad because it's like we just got finished doing one of my main quests, and now I'm like, I have a side quest I need to do too, guys.
well, we're going towards Cat's main quest. So I don't think that's a problem. Yours is a very much on the way thing. Like, personally, okay, narratively, what I think the dickhole known as Patmore did is he's already captured. We're going to have to bust him out of somewhere. So I think one dungeon and picking up a kid isn't that big a deal. I think we're just going towards Callista's goal in my mind, so I don't think it's a problem. And I think it'd be more productive if we just sort of, went there and started knocking around heads instead of waiting in Terraborn.
Don't forget, never mind.
Don't forget what?
No, it's just all of Sullivan's own conspiracies in Terraborn as well. Like, there's something going on here too, but I feel like Callista's impending genocide or whatever it is she's trying to stop is probably more important.
I also just want to note for the record, if you guys are creative with your map movement, you guys can also hit all of Emmy's locations on the way.
That is
So I
actually
confirmed everything in
pretty-
like a week. It's like Jesus.
Just saying, you know, Amy, is there any other place you want to go to on the way?
Someone has already very, very reluctantly been like, Grey Hollow is probably the best one, but you can tell he really doesn't feel like going, but
Like,
he's fine doing whatever the group wants
I'll
to do.
throw it out there. You
Selwyn?
can go by boat, but it's not going to save you much time because then you're going to have to go to Silver Run and then go inland there.
Walking is fine.
Walking's for
I love how
peasants, buy
Selwyn-
horses.
I love how Selwyn is like, I have this stuff that I should do for my personal quest, but I don't want to do any of it.
No,
I
that's
live
not-
in fear.
Like that is both Selwyn and Emmy though.
If like I know Cat can't talk right now, which is totally fine. Like I'm fine with whatever. It was just it felt like a kind of
Speaking for Kat, because she's not allowed to talk, her stuff would be in this kind of area of Madrigal. So what it probably looks like is like a suggested route is you do this, you kill Emmy's stuff on the way through, you go to Amateur, you do your stuff, and then you just go straight onto Arcadia.
okay.
And then from there, you probably backtrack through Anchorage, Nimbus.
No, we can go over the
Requiem.
river.
Sorry?
We can swim this.
I wouldn't.
We could.
Are there boats from Spheros to Fairshield?
No.
We can
Too
make a
fat.
raft.
River moves too fast.
I think the river flows
the
this
relations are not good enough.
That's valid. They both suck. It's hard to get along with someone who sucks, especially if they both suck.
They hate the shit out of each other. Let's just say, if the river moved any slower, Madrigal would have put mines in it.
Yeah, no, we can swim it. It's fine.
You can
Either way.
try. You guys can also like dip into the DMZ, like go through Roosevelt, Steelcrest, Laketon, Fallberg, Farpoint, Bree, Fall Watch, and then Fairshield.
Heck yeah.
Then Glory, Requiem, then Euphoria.
Nothing ever bad has happened when we cut through the DMC.
This is the mountain range we're looking at for the axe?
Yeah,
Just-
excellent.
Okay. I still
Okay.
say we jump this river.
I mean, if
Valley probably
everybody's-
could.
I'm fine with that because then we're knocking out a bunch of Selwyn stuff too.
Oh yay!
Okay. Now, before we make any decisions, everyone look in your folders under goals and see if there's something you've entirely forgotten.
You didn't make one for Volley.
Murder, your goals is to be great, to be mighty.
Well, like,
You succeed your goal every morning when you get up.
no, I'm on my way to 16 life goal now. I'm fighting undead and fascists. Like, I'm good. I'm fucking great.
Hey, mate, mix them together. You got fashionable undead.
Yeah, no, that's what you get.
Yes.
I can't update my goals, but I do have a completed goal and now a minor goal.
No, that's
So-
true. Okay, I'll give you access to your goals. You can now edit them. I'm just going to double check to see if there's anything I need to remember on Cat's goals. That can sit a little while. That can sit a little while, and that can sit a little while. Okay. Now I'm gonna just quickly go through and look at Emmy's goals, see if there's anything I've forgotten. Yeah, no, that last one's a bit mean. I was a pretty mean person for giving you that one, but on the other end, yeah. What are you
It
gonna
led
do?
to the conspiracy board, and so
Yeah.
it's fine. I look in a
Uh,
mirror. Is Night Mother?
roll a
there.
D100.
Oh,
Interestingly enough, arguably Zombie's actually completed all of his goals, except for the last one.
Good on him.
Not wrong.
Good for him.
Now, I'll ask you this thing that I asked you probably 2 months ago. Arguably, you have found a teacher for like your smithing arts. Do you want to consider that goal complete? Also, you've also repaid your debt. Do you want to consider that complete, or is the answer still no?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Okay. Okay, there's stuff I have to do to your sheet, which I won't do just yet. I might do it during the 5-minute break. Okay, and Kat, I like your little circles.
We kept talking about things, and I kept forgetting what we were talking about, so I put circles where we had stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, we'll take a 5-minute break in just a second, but before we do so, think about other goals you have, and also think about shit that you might be able to do on transit. I'll remind you, just in case everyone forgot, the Vermilion Foreign Legion is currently dealing with undead at East Gulf.
Still?
Yeah, the undead hasn't
Fuck.
stopped.
We've established that they're not good at it, murder. Remember how they handled the last blockade we had to solve?
Like fucking hell, guys. Hurry it up. Holy
What?
shit.
They're fighting the symptoms, not the disease, is the problem.
Well, figure it out. Jesus.
That's what I plan to do.
Now-
Me, Selwyn.
Now, I will say, once you guys get to Grey Hollow, you'll have choices. You can be like, hey, maybe we'll deal with that. You guys can also be like, hey, let's go to Delicacy or Silver Run and not fucking deal with that. It's up to you. But with that, we'll take our 5-minute break so I can make coffee and not murder you all with, Actually, I haven't seen Emmy's roll yet. No, okay, Emmy, you're good. The Night Mother isn't looking at you. Or is she?
Alright, be right back then.
What are you doing here, zombie?
Villain, like a villain.
Ah, really?
Probably not, but you know.
Yeah. So I've just
We do have an
taken.
angel.
Oh, oh. Hang on. Sorry. Keep talking. You got no. I talk among yourselves. Zombie, tell a joke.
I don't have one.
Okay, Angel, tell a joke.
Did I test out some of my bard insults? See how
Yeah.
you feel about
Do
them?
it.
Yeah, as an aside, I was just taking photo of Smudge because she hasn't joined us today because she put herself under the blanket. But she's
I
like right over my shoulder, just under the blanket. Okay.
so you're as thick as my Aunt Azalea's mustard. Is a fun one. Don't worry, if mind flayers ever descend, you'll be safe. I've met blueberries with better fighting moves than you.
I just want to know. I've seen a bear called Blueberry who was pretty good at fighting. Like that one doesn't land quite as well because of that, but yep.
Boy, dung goblin, hold your face still for my crossbow so I can make some improvements.
Pretty rude.
So, I've been making a list for my vicious mockery.
Fancy.
No yawning, Emmy.
I'm not Emmy.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Emmy returned at the same moment as I heard her yawn. I was like, okay, that was Emmy yawning.
Don't accuse Emmy of things she didn't do. She's had a hard day.
Emmy, do you feel accused?
No.
Did you yawn in a timely manner when I said don't yawn, or did you not timely yawn?
No, I was eating salad.
What's in your
Kind of
salad?
Um, edamame, carrot, beets, tomato, cucumber, lettuce.
Everything but the tomato sounds yummy.
You don't like tomatoes?
I don't like tomatoes in their base form. I like what comes from them, like salsa and
You like leveled up
ketchup.
tomatoes. You just
I do like leveled up tomatoes.
okay.
But I think the biggest problem is that American tomatoes are usually flavorless hothouse tomatoes, you know?
Well, tomatoes like the people, right?
I am not a hothouse tomato. Nor am I flavorless.
The joke doesn't have to make sense, okay? It was just a bad joke. So, I know Murder's not back yet, but any plans, collusions to kill Varley while he's in the shower tonight?
No.
No?
Ollie is great.
Keep him
Yeah,
for
but
now.
you could own half a boat that was destroyed if you murder him.
We have to get him a new boat.
Not if you kill him in the shower.
Don't want to kill him in the shower.
That's fair. Hmm. I'm just bringing Varley up to see if I've... Oh, hey Smudge. How you doing, darling? Come here, darling.
My cats do not want to sit on my lap.
Oh, your cat isn't Smudge.
I know. My cat Cindy would just plant herself on my lap and not move for hours. It was great.
Yeah, Smudge is
These
like that.
guys, they don't want to be picked up. They don't want to sit in your lap. They'll sit next to you if you sit on the couch. And they'd sleep next to me and then climb all over me when they were allowed to sleep with me. But welcome back.
Are you sure you
You don't
don't
have to
have
answer.
dogs instead?
I mean, they are basically dogs in cats' bodies. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
You feeling any better, cat?
Don't make her answer.
I was being optimistic. I was hoping she was feeling better. Okay. Murder. What are you eating?
Chips,
What sort of chips?
potato chips,
Like crinkly or flat?
crinkly.
Correct answer.
Yeah, no, my fucking cupboard should fit right this time.
They just have a better crunch. Is it like just plain salt, or is it like flavored
Yeah,
with
it's
something?
just plain salt.
Yeah, correct answer as well. Everyone else in my family really likes like salt and vinegar or sour cream and chives. I'm like, nah, just salt. But no, as you said, I have the cuisine of a. So I'm practicing my palate for my life in a gulag or something, right?
No, I think that's a new zinger thought I'd buy you for you,
No, no,
but
no. You said that to me like a month ago. You said I had the palate of like a person living in a gulag.
I might have.
It had sticking power. I remember it now. But anyway, so it will take you some time to get to Empathiel from here. Is there any affairs you guys want to get in order before leaving town again?
I think we're gonna buy some healing potions.
How many?
What do they cost?
Uh, well, because you're friends with the store owner, they're only going to cost 38 silver per.
Let's buy enough that everybody has 3. So I don't have any, I don't think.
Okay, so how many of you are there?
4, not
1, 2,
including
3,
Selwyn.
4,
I don't know how
5.
many Selwyn has.
Well,
And
let's
then
assume Selwyn's supply is for her own. So how many, like, not including Bing, how many characters do you guys have?
6. So Vesh counts.
Yeah, 2 counts.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 15.
Okay. Well, that will cost 570 silver.
Cool.
As
I'm assuming Callista does not protest. Please type that. You don't have to talk.
she might not be present. She may have expired. So I'm just going to deduct that from the party loot. Okay. So 570. Yeah, no, I was right. Okay, so I've deducted that. Everyone add 3 healing potions to your sheet. Emmy, that includes you. You have 3 more.
And Vesh.
Yeah, I'll just in case Cat's not here, I'm gonna just add that to both of his sheets. Okay, 3 of those for cat. 3 of those for other cat. Because they travel in pairs, you see.
Cats tend to.
Or, as I've been told, they like traveling in clouters. Which is apparently the name of a herd of cats, is a clouter. Apparently.
Mhm.
Sounds made up, but what can you do? It's like a parliament of owls. Sounds made up, but apparently is true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been a flock of owls, but you know.
I don't know who's in charge of deciding what the word is, but whoever it is, they're wrong. So, why are we going to Jubel?
I thought that's where one of the battlefields that Selwyn had to go to.
I'm going to look at her conspiracy board, but I don't think Jubel was mentioned.
Okay.
No.
Well, you did this whole thing where we went like this.
So, ooh, go ahead.
So we will be perfectly honest. Blackwood, I haven't heard any rumors from it pertaining to the undead stuff. My reasons for going there are strictly personal, so I don't mind skipping that one.
I mean, if you have business, we can definitely take care of it. It's up to you, though.
I'm alive. Also, logistically, we kind of like nothing lost going that way because we have to get to Grey Hollow, so we can either cut south or north. Makes no difference.
On Kat, just in case you missed it, everyone now has 3 healing potions. I've updated your sheet, and I've deducted the cost from the party loot.
Oh no, my money. Okay.
Yeah. It costs 570 silver.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
like a trip to the dentist for the whole party.
Yeah. God, I've not gotten any of us vaccinated. Ugh. Need to pay someone to follow us around with a
You
book.
guys hang out with Vali, you guys are essentially vaccinated. And I
That's
want to
fair.
clarify, it's not because he's unclean, because he isn't, because Vikings are notoriously clean. It's because he's super foreign compared to the rest of you. So a lot of diseases you guys have never run into, Vali has introduced you to.
Thanks
Very
for the
scary.
smallpox, bud. I appreciate
Like, you guys
it.
were probably sick for a week after meeting Vali, but you guys are now immune to all the stuff that he was carrying, so... So, just... We'll see if anyone opposes to this. You guys won't go to Smooth Pass because it's currently in quarantine, which means that your choices are Jubel or Nightmare. If you guys want to go to Blackwood, you have to go for Jubel. So that would be your first 2 stops, which would then bring you to Grey Hollow, which then gives you 3 choices. If you guys want to do more undead stuff, your choice is East Gulf. If you guys want to cross a border, your choice is Delicacy. You guys probably don't want to do custom shit. You guys can if you want to, but you know who would want to. You'd then go to Castlemere, and then you've got Amberchill. So, is anyone opposed to this pathing?
I'm
Not
not.
I'm
Good.
fine with that.
Okay. Before leaving town, do you guys want to buy anything? Like horses?
A gallon of holy water. And
Why
garlic.
just a gallon?
Great.
Why don't you
Point.
get a cart,
My-
right, and have it one of those like big water barrels that like old fire trucks had, and just have it entirely holy water?
My concern about buying horses is that they have like 10 hit points, and we're level 8.
Your axe beaks have like 10 hit points.
We should just get horses because I think it'll help speed us along versus having
Okay.
to walk.
Like, you guys also have money. You can buy people. Like, not like slaves, but like employees. I just want to clarify that because I feel that needed clarification. But like, you guys can be like, we're going towards undead. You know, let's buy a paladin for a month.
Okay.
Like, I'm
I'm
just saying,
not
you guys have
opposed
money
to it.
and you're in a mecca. You guys can do what the fuck you go, like whatever you want. But there are possibilities.
Well, we already have a paladin, so did we want to rent a cleric or no?
Murder? What you want? What's your opinion on rent a cleric?
I love clerics.
Do you want to rent one?
If there's one offered, yeah.
Okay. Kat.
Yes.
What's your opinion on rent a cleric?
I mean, the last one went fine.
Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly look into what cleric I'd have available, but you know, in the cleric store. Okay. I also have to remember what the stat block cleric is called. I think it's War Priest, but it might not be. One moment, let me do some research. While I'm looking into this, what else do you guys want to do aside from buy horses?
Is there anything we need to sell in the inventory?
You could sell your souls for a warlock level.
No.
Yeah,
Who would
it's a
do
free
that?
level up for everyone.
No.
Who would do that?
Yeah.
We need to cross out
me.
the supreme landmines. I think we gave them to
No, you only
people.
gave one away. There's still two
Okay.
left. Yeah.
Do we need to keep the spiked chain or shadow spear?
You guys still haven't identified those properly, or you have, and then we haven't probably discussed it. But a question: what level of cleric are you guys looking for? Like, what ability?
20.
Okay, Murder's looking for 20. What cleric ability are you guys most looking for? Like, are you
I was
looking for
just
someone who
gonna
can
say,
bring
like-
back dead, or are you looking for like, hey, I just want someone who can do like turn undead? Like, what specific cleric bit are you angling for?
I mean,
I was thinking more the
Revivify-
turn undead.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Turn undead is good.
I'm just going to quickly look at the cleric and see at what level turn undead becomes cool. Like, because you could get like a low level cleric and it's just
It's a
fear. but
5th
if
level, you get destroy undead equivalent. I
Does
think,
it
which
keep
can-
leveling with you?
Yeah, like the higher level you get as a cleric, the more powerful undead you can have a chance to destroy. I think at
Okay.
5th level you can basically destroy like skeletons and zombies.
No, that's it. Like, that's way earlier because they're
Okay.
like CR2.
That's 5th level because you can destroy one half at 5th level, which is
So-
I think zombies and
So
Nice.
I've got the cleric in front of me. At 5th level, that's half. At 8th level, that's 1. At 11th level, it's 2. At 14th level, it's 3. So, if we're looking specifically for Destroy Undead, I think the 2 levels we're looking at is 8 or 12.
8 is fine.
Or, 20.
Murder, roll me a D100 to see if there's even a 20th level cleric in this city.
Or this
Okay.
country.
Okay. But let's say I get this.
Yeah.
What are the cons of getting a 20th level cleric?
They don't even need us.
I
Yeah.
would have to run a
going-
20th level cleric.
Damn.
Like, the Murder, like maybe the head of the Red Knight Church, but they might be a bit busy right now.
With what could they possibly be busy with?
Running their fucking church.
churches run themselves.
Demonstrably untrue.
If your god was any good, your church would run itself.
Their god is a warrior, not a receptionist, man.
Well, every god's kind of a receptionist. We'll be
on.
with you. No, it's like you pray and like, oh, we'll be with you momentarily. Please hold, and like that, but forever, unless they're a level 10 cleric.
Okay, so Murder, outside level 20, is there another level you want to roll for?
I'll just 17.
Okay.
Actually, can I roll for 19?
Why don't you
And
just
then
roll me
18
20 D100s and we'll just work it
Okay.
down from there. So it would be 19 D100s now. But...
Nope. I got to reroll. You can't take it back.
No, you're just rolling for a level 0.
A level 0 cleric.
Yeah. That's someone with the acolyte background but doesn't have a clerical level yet.
There's definitely a level 19 cleric.
Yeah.
It's 2 3s in there, Murder.
Yeah. That just means there's not like one of the lame ones.
There's also definitely a level 1 cleric.
Well, yeah, but who cares? Who cares about Jim?
And there's also level 8 cleric because that's a 91.
We'll take
9,
him.
10, 11, 12.
Why?
There's also a level 12.
Because he's probably going to be one of the more reasonable of these people to hire.
He's a cleric. He'll do it for free.
That's not true.
No, I'll just bring up how his god and my god are cousins, and then he'll come with us for free.
That's also, like, only your people believe that.
Yeah? Says who?
Says your people.
Well, yeah, my people and everyone else.
Okay, we're gonna 100% generate this person right now. So, Emmy, D2. Okay. Okay. While I do this, make sure you have everything you need before we leave lined up. Okay. We're gonna see their stats. Okay. Good luck, little cleric. Let's see if you survived.
This is the worst cleric known to man.
Is that actually
that
standard
bad.
array?
What do you mean it's not that bad? He has 2 negatives. And his
He's got
highest is a plus 2.
15 and a
A
14,
15
and he's
fucking
gonna
sucks.
get to level 8 at least. Calm down.
This is the reject out of cleric school, man.
Beggars, you cannot be a beggy chooser. You're not allowed.
I wasn't a beggy chooser. I set my standards where they were. I was about
just
to
wanna
roll up
note-
on the head of the church and ask him to come with us, but no.
I just want to note for the record, I like the term beggy chooser. Okay. So,
Is it supposed to be choosy beggar? I don't know.
I-
Same difference.
yeah. Okay. Zombie, you get to roll for race.
What dice?
Roll a D100. There's a very high chance they're just human because that's the. Okay, they're not human.
What are they?
They're an Asimar. You somehow found
Good
one
job.
of those.
Good job, Zombie.
No wonder they're so bad.
What's that matter?
Nothing.
How are your chips, John? Matter?
I ate them because I eat like a pig.
Well,
They're-
that's fair. But to be fair, does anyone actually eat chips in the proportions that it says on the back of the pack that you're meant to be eating it at?
No,
Is
eat
that
it in
possible?
fistfuls. Yeah.
And like those little like one serve package of chips, they have like 7 chips inside them. So, okay. Angel, do you want to roll to see what domain they are?
Sure, what am I rolling?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Roll me a D100.
Oh.
Or do you guys want to, by committee, decide their subclass? Because you guys are hiring an NPC. Like, it has to make sense of the Red Knight, so
would
it can't be
love-
like Tempest or like Twilight or anything, but
What about a Grave Cleric? Because they can cancel crits.
is that a consensus?
I'd be fine with grave or with life. I think,
Life
or
or
the
grave,
or,
yeah.
or the sunlight one, the light one.
Light,
Also
Grave,
okay.
Life.
Okay. Murder,
Life
your,
is more healing focused though, so maybe Light or Grave.
Murder, your 2 cents?
Light's pretty cool.
Light, yep. Is that your favorite?
No, I just want like a. I just want to see a light cleric.
You don't want
They're
a war
great.
cleric?
Not really.
Okay.
Not like for this party.
And so that was life or light?
Light.
Light. The bright one.
The fireball cleric.
There
What's it
can
to
never
ya?
be too many fireballs in this party, Patmore.
Yes, there can be. Okay, so I'm looking at Grave. Grave looks cool.
Grave is great, and I love it. I'm pretty sure at level 8 they would have the cancel crit thing.
That's level 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is amazingly useful.
Okay. I've got 6 that they can be. Andrew, roll your d6. Okay. So I'm just getting it in front of me. Okay. So I have their framework built. I'll build them as we go. Who is approaching the church to rent a cleric? Or by whatever means you renting your cleric?
I mean, it was Volley's idea, and I feel like Nyx would go with him to wherever he's like, I need a cleric. Oh boy, let me follow him around so he doesn't just pick them up and walk off with them.
Okay.
He
How
would.
about this? How about this? Selwyn was stealing holy water from a church when he meets a cleric, and then tries to convince them to come with him.
Okay,
That is
so
also pretty
why
funny.
don't we do this? Why don't we do a pincer here? Emmy, you are in this church stealing currently. Okay. Angel, Murder, you guys rock up at the door.
Okay.
It's a big
Knock,
wooden
knock.
door. You might need to knock.
I just did.
Oh. One of the like members of the church would come open it up and ask if you're okay.
I'm good. How about you?
Nav looks around, looks up in the sky. It's a pretty great day. It's a
We
nice beard
agree.
you have.
Thanks.
You know, it's good. It's almost nautical.
Did you just call my beard nautical?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your generic facial feature is also descriptive verb.
What you noticed?
Wait,
Really?
generic. I'm kidding.
Of course I did. It's
No one
Um,
hears us like, fuck.
I hear
um,
generic, like suddenly just on edge.
like,
It's the
oh,
vampire.
oh no, they know where. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So, can we help you, tourists?
I am on a quest. I would like to borrow one of your holy men.
Or women.
What's the quest?
The quest is I want to walk north for a little while, and I want to beat up anything that's in my way that's evil.
So we're going north through Dewbell, Blackboard, Grey Hollow, possibly East Gulf. And know that undead is a problem. It's not really our party's forte to deal with them very often.
Right. And how long do you want to borrow one of our people?
Kind of
Well,
like checks wrist. Uh,
Very nice wrist you have there.
thanks. You too.
well,
Looks
we
at
would
horribly
definitely,
maimed wrist. Cries a little. Sorry, it's fine.
we'd be happy to compensate the church for their time. We're not really sure how long it's going to take. We're eventually headed off to Madrigal. We don't expect them to come with us to Madrigal, but at
You
least for the
are
ahead.
you passing by either Blackwood or Grey Hollow?
Yes.
Hmm. We might be able to help you with that. Do you mind coming and taking a seat for a few minutes?
I
Okay.
look at Volley.
Yeah, no, weird request, but all right.
I know what you're doing, Murder. Um,
No, you don't. You don't fucking know me.
okay, so, Emmy, do you want to roll a stealth check? Okay, that's a 31. Angel, Murder, perception check.
Yeah, okay. I'll get it past a 31 for sure.
And that 20 is an auto success.
How about a nat 2? Where
No.
are we on that? Okay.
We don't
9,
notice
unfortunately.
anything.
Okay. So, Emmy, can I now have a sleight of hand check for like stealing absorbent amounts of holy water?
Yikes, that's less good.
That's less good.
Splashing.
You're like
it's
making a mess all over.
You got Nix. You notice like a dripping noise.
Like look around.
Hasn't rained for days, but like you're just hearing like a consistent drip.
Huh.
Do you want
Yeah,
to do
I
anything
just
with that, or just ignore it?
I mean, I'm not ignoring it. I'm looking around, trying to figure out where it's coming from, but I don't want to get up because it's kind of rude to just be poking around people's stuff.
Well, it's a church, right? Doesn't it belong to everyone?
No, that's not how that works.
Like it kind of should be though, right? Like, isn't that like part of like the selling point? Like, isn't it, you know? Anyway, Emmy, I do need a stealth check for you to successfully exfiltrate the premises. And I'm on a different tab, so you'll have to tell me the result.
It's a 32.
You escape with a not insequential part, like not a small amount of like holy water.
Solid. I'll write that down.
Now I do need a D100 to see if someone's watching you. What was
One of
that?
It's a 13.
It's one of the acolytes is just watching you as you leave, like,
Oh
Huh.
no! She was rolling for her nightmare.
oh no.
Hey Amy, what route do you take home?
A route I've never taken before. Someone's gotten back in the mindset.
Okay. Can I
Keeping an eye out for the vampire man.
Okay. Roll a D100 to start with, to see if you accidentally run into him.
It's a 15.
We're getting closer. Now, roll a survival check to move through, to essentially make a new path through the city. The DC is low. If you happen to roll below it, you just get lost on the way home. You're
Which-
fine.
It's a 10.
Yeah, you hit the DC. Okay, so, hey Emmy, you feel like you're being watched. Deal with that however you want. So jumping back to everyone else. One of the like priest people would come back, and say, the only thing you want them for is to escort you to, like, all the way to Madrigal, or just in that direction for a while? Murder, it's your turn to speak.
Fucking Nix is here too. Like,
Yeah,
Okay.
Nix
Nyx looks at you. Yeah, Nyx looks at you like, I mean,
yeah,
I
we
don't-
need to vanquish all evil.
When
That one.
you say that, what do you believe is evil?
undead.
Things that hit good guys.
And what's a good guy?
Undead.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to get a feel for this guy.
Like, generally people that help each other and are strong and use that to protect the weak. That's a good guy.
Have you, like, they're gonna pass you a book? Have you read this? This is our book.
I can't read.
He can read.
Well,
Oh, well.
what language is it in?
It's in common.
This common, or
Yeah.
is it
I'll-
like a? Okay. I haven't read it. No.
Do you want us to, like, do you want a copy of this, and maybe we could find someone if you need some help getting a little bit more academically inclined. We can also try to do that as well if you want.
Yeah, I like books.
What sort of books do you want? We've got some donations.
I like learning about new things, like things I've never heard of before.
What's something you've never heard of?
He's never heard of it, so how can he answer that question?
Look, sometimes it gets a bit boring here, okay? Sometimes you have to make your own humor.
Give him some storybooks. They're easy for him to start learning the language. Some, children's books.
Do you want storybooks in which the like good prevails, or do you want books in which that doesn't happen?
Second one sounds like a bummer.
It
Yeah.
is.
Happy-
It would be storybooks versus history books.
Let's do storybooks for him. Then he can learn to read common, and then we'll go from there. But about the possible escort cleric,
The term escort is unfortunate in this context, but yes.
Can
we
I
can- we
roll
can-
insight to get his read on me? Like, what's he fucking playing at here?
Right. I'm
absolutely.
gonna do it too.
S-
Ha!
Fucking. Oh, that's not bad.
See into your soul.
um. Look, they appreciate Vali. That like he's like Vali is he has the heart of a lion and the mind of a farmer. and
What?
and the priest appreciates that. If Carl's here, they'd appreciate Carl as well. But no, Valley's great. And as I said, it gets a bit boring in here sometimes. It's not often that the church in the capital city, there's a crisis outside the door. And the Red Knight is really not, the church is really not into, forcing its religion on people, so it's a very open door policy, so there isn't, a lot of people coming in and out all the time. So that, they appreciate you.
And well, she'll take the Bible, the Red Knight Bible, if only to be polite.
It's not a bad read, it's more of an instruction manual on how to be a knight than it is, hey, these are the heroic deeds of people in fantasy.
I'm going to add it to my inventory.
Yeah.
Red Knight Bible.
One of the chapters covers horse riding.
Oh, wicked.
The armor maintenance is a chapter. How to pick a squire.
How to pick a squire.
Molly, do you want to be my squire? Or do you want me to be yours?
I'll be your squire.
Okay.
This
I
is
have a
created
lot.
a really weird chain of command because you're the captain of Carl, but you're also
But
the squire of Nyx.
Yeah, no, I can have two careers.
I guess. Okay, so now they don't need payment or anything, but they would they would be interested in lending you a knight in return for a service being rendered while they're escorting you.
What is the service?
There's a near Grey Hollow. There's a ruins that's apparently been found in the forest, and they want the they are going to investigate it. But if you guys are heading that way, they two birds with one stone. They can send the person they were going to send to investigate it with you to do it.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't think anybody else will.
Might take a bit longer for them to come back, but yeah.
Well, if they're out there, they're just during the Red Knight's bidding.
So am I gonna be a knight after this?
Would you like to be a knight?
Volley is a joiner. He wants to join every club he comes across.
He's a curious man that likes experiencing new things.
If it interests you, we sponsor training programs for people to kind of go into to eventually become knights if that's something that piques your interest.
I'm more of a traveler, so I don't think I'd be around long enough. I need to get a new boat too, so that's just not going to match up.
Something you keep in mind if you ever get bored.
There's no rush. You can become a knight at any age. It's a bit harder, younger than 10, and a bit harder older than 60, but but it's possible.
If I kill a dragon, does that make me a knight?
I think that makes you a dragon slayer.
Right. But can't
We'll
it
get
make
there.
me two things?
No,
Well,
you can be.
I think you have to like stay here and train and learn about the Red Knight to become a knight with the Red Knights. Does that make sense, Volley?
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So since
There's
we're
also
not
a
staying,
test, but
Fuck.
it's not a written test, if that helps.
Oh, good.
It's like you're given trials, and when you complete them, then you're considered a knight of the order.
Can't you give me the trials up front?
well, you don't want to
Oh.
join though because you want to go on your boat and stuff. We need
Well,
to get you a new one.
I don't.
Or do
wanna
you just want to see if you could pass them?
I don't want to sit here and study because I'm busy punching bad guys. But if I could go out there and do trials, that'd be cool.
He needs a challenge or he gets bored very
Okay.
quickly.
You free later today?
I should be. I don't think we're leaving today, so I should be.
Okay. It won't be easy.
Good.
Okay, Murder.
Yep.
I would like you to do, just to condense this all the way down, except for intellect based, may I have one of every skill check. You just need a number of successes, not actually throw intelligence in there as well.
So, do you want me to just roll the stats?
So just like start with animal handling, roll one of those, then roll one of the one beneath that, and just roll one of each skill.
Okay, animal handling, arcane then? Or do you want me to go back up to acrobatics?
Just do whatever start from the top and go down.
Oh, okay. Wait, one of every skill?
Yeah. Because you can be a knight, but you could have your knighthood through your wisdom or your intelligence rather than your martial skills. But if you roll like a fucking 35 on athletics, it's like, okay, that guy's a pretty good knight.
Well, 25, so no.
What are you doing, Smudge? Oh.
I don't know why I'm proficient with Intimidate. Volley's not that guy.
You're a very scary looking man. Like, Murder, I would be uncomfortable. Well, not uncomfortable is the wrong word. I would be hesitant to walk down an alleyway if Volley was standing at the end of it.
Ah, jeez.
Okay, nearly there. I'm still putting spells on your new cleric. Because turns out, clerics just know all their fucking spells.
They do. So do druids. It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna, just in case Amy can't say it, I'll say it now. Screw druids or whatever she normally says.
Okay. This is quite an array.
I mean, you did great on some things you had no right to do great on.
And then I absolutely ate shit on stuff like stealth, which I should have been good on.
Well, to be fair, Varley doesn't believe in stealth.
No, but he's naturally pretty good at it. He just doesn't.
He's the same. He's from that meme where the rogue didn't put any points into stealth and they just put it all into. You don't see me.
To be fair, there's nothing innately about the rogue class that says they should be good at stealth. Like, it's not a required proficiency.
Do you want me to just go down the list and tell you the scores?
I'm nearly there. Okay, I'm there. All the spells are where they should be now. Okay, so I'm just marking successes. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Okay, that's 4 big successes and 2 normal successes. Oh, sorry, 3 normal successes. And Smudge, why are you walking around the footwell of my desk? Oh, you're hungry. Okay. Okay. Murder. There. By the skin of your teeth, you've passed the physical exam.
Like you say, physical. There was a lot of academics in this motherfucker.
You know what I mean, though. That like they will require you to like take an oath to the Red Knight, but assuming you're cool with that, you're
Yeah,
a
no,
knight.
Valkyr and the Red Knight are cousins. It should be fine.
Cool. They will supply you with some heraldry you can wear. So Murder, add to your sheet, the, I'm gonna bring it up in front of me so I don't paraphrase. One moment. Okay, I can ignore that. Okay, so Murder, you have the following feature. So the order is specifically the Red Knight, and I'm just posting this into Discord so you can copy it onto your sheet. But you have the following feature now.
Aha! I've done it.
Yeah, you are. You also have a like a an amulet of the red, like a holy symbol that you can use to prove you're like a member as well. So Murder, you are technically part of the Church of the Red Knight now.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
This is exactly what I wanted to do with my afternoon.
That's fair. Okay. Just getting one more thing, and then we'll be ready. Okay. So, you guys are staying at Selwyn's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And, Emmy, I will need a D100 just to see if you're murdered in your sleep tonight. Was that, a murder? What was that number that was rolled?
It was to Jim.
Oh,
It's a 72.
okay, cool. Sorry, I was on a different page. I was like, oh, Amy probably isn't speaking because she's probably been attacked by a cat. So I will. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, so good news, Emmy, you're not murdered in your sleep.
Huzzah!
At
Always a good start.
at 5:10 in the morning, though, you would hear a knocking on your front door.
Oh god.
Who is it?
Okay.
Carl!
Who is it?
I was told this was the address.
Oh, are you from the
Judas.
church?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the guy, the person we hired. They're fine.
Say a prayer right now.
What?
Do one of your prayer things.
Okay. You hear silence.
I've missed this Selwyn.
Out loud. I need to confirm.
Come on.
I don't know. I got followed back to my house. Nix.
By who?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a knight now. I'll go check.
Don't invite them in, please. I need to
Alright.
look at them. If they look too generic, I'm not letting them in this store.
Got it.
Do you want to talk about it?
Vali's gonna open the door.
Hold on,
and
it
look at the
takes some
guy.
time to open the door.
Actually, Vali, can you open this door? There are many locks on
Well,
it.
I can physically open this door.
That was not my
I
question.
will help. I will help him unlock the door.
He'll probably get like one lock, and you're like, son of a bitch, this thing isn't opening.
Hold on. Don't break. You'll make Selwyn mad. Starts unlocking the door.
All right, Buster.
Like, you know,
Vali,
10
so
minutes of
who is-
elevator music passes.
Who is before us?
You have a person in full armor waiting at the door. They look like that. You know, they weren't expecting to wait outside for 10 minutes, but you know, they're not.
I appraise him if he's red knighty enough.
Yeah. No, it's got all that heraldry and stuff.
All right, he's good.
So can I come in, or are we
Yes.
leaving now?
Does he look super generic?
They can take their helmet off if you want, but they look like armor.
Please. Our friend here thinks they had an encounter with a vampire. It's a long story. I don't want to
Where?
talk about it at 3 a.m.
It's not. It's 5:10.
I don't want to talk about it at 5 a.m. We get 2 more hours of sleep.
Why? And more
Because-
importantly, where's the vampire?
Where isn't a vampire? Is the real question.
Oh, is this one of those board things? Someone?
What?
Board things?
Yeah, like with the string.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Oh, nothing. I hide my conspiracy board.
All right, pop your visor open, Buster. We got to do a vampire check.
I can just take the helmet off if that makes it easier.
Yes, please.
Okay. They do so. You saw them in the background yesterday. Murder. They probably asked you some of your less physical questions.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
remember you.
Yep. They are a knight of the church, but specifically they go by Sister Amelia.
Lovely to meet you, Sister Amelia. Please feel free to come in. We're gonna get a couple more hours of sleep,
Why?
if you don't mind, because it's 5 a.m.
It's okay. I'm awake. Do you need breakfast?
No, I've already eaten.
Okay. Sorry for thinking you were a vampire. I throw some holy water on her
That's
just in case.
Just splash her in the fucking face with some holy.
Here's their deck
Just a little
save.
spritz. Just a little spritz.
They don't avoid it.
Oh no, they get a face full of that fucking water. Like right in the middle.
They will pause in silence for a moment. They will kind of just.
We are so
like-
sorry. I'm so sorry.
They're gonna open
Someone's-
up a pouch and just take out like a hanky and just start wiping their face clean.
Sister Amelia, my deepest apologies. I'm gonna go and crawl into my sleeping bag because that was embarrassing and I just don't want to deal with it right now. So I'll see you in 2 hours.
What do you need me to do for the next 2 hours?
I had some questions about night stuff.
Like, not
It's gonna
day
end
stuff.
up being a babysitting mission.
No, like red knight stuff. Being a knight for the red knight, because I'm a knight now.
Yes, I heard.
That question about the 5 sheep really put a put a wrench in my night journey, but I got through.
Yes, it's not all of us are blessed in the same way. So, what are your questions?
Well, okay, so as a knight of the Red Knight, is there a shorter way to introduce myself as that? Because it's a mouthful. Like, do I go on Bali Knight of the Red Knight? Or is there like
No, you can just say you're Sir Varley.
Sir Bali? Okay. That's one.
One more. Smudge cameo. You can't say it's too dark in here, but Smudge had a brief cameo just then.
She's the one with the darkness.
Yeah, okay. So, next question.
Right. Is there like a dress code?
They prefer when you wear clothes.
I don't like wearing clothes.
At all?
Well, I have my loincloth on. Obviously,
Pants.
gotta preserve
Pants.
modesty.
The requirement is pants.
Damn it. Okay, we'll make sacrifices. And I need to buy a pair of pants tomorrow.
Today,
Well, when everyone else wakes up.
I recommend buying at least 5 pairs.
Oh, is that like a holy number for the Red Knight?
No, but experience tells me that 5 pairs is the minimum you need.
That's smart. See, I don't wear pants, so that never comes up.
Yep. Next question.
Right. So, is there like a prayer I should know? Like a
Yeah,
specific one for night you do?
there's a bunch in the book they gave you.
Yeah, I've been getting through that. I'm on page 3. I have a lot
That's
of
the
books I
index.
go through. Well, you gotta be thorough.
You don't. Okay. Yep.
He doesn't. Books are new to him entirely.
Okay. Next question.
So speaking about the index,
Yep.
do I gotta memorize that too?
Nope.
Okay, good. I was not getting it. And Pat, he's gonna continue asking questions for the entire 2 hours.
Okay. Can I have a charisma check to see if this is endearing?
Do I have advantage? Because I am.
Yeah. Okay.
I ask advantage for the dumbest reasons. Alright, oh no. That's a 10.
They will forgive you.
I will say, knowing Volley, he probably isn't done at the 2-hour mark. He's just out of time.
And Nick, I'm gonna need a wisdom check to see if you're able to fall asleep within earshot of Varley.
A wisdom check.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Nope. No sleeping
I
for
just
you.
like smash a pillow like over my head and I don't care. She's just like, I don't care. I'm gonna be here for 2 hours because I want 2 more hours. And then it gets to be like 7:30. I hate everything.
Why aren't you like? You should be up at 7 on the dot. That's 10 hours. Sorry, that's 2 hours after when they arrived. No 7:30 for you. Selwyn.
Yes.
At any point, do you stop being a paranoid mess? I know the question is somewhat redundant, but I do need the answer.
He's like very like listening to the entire conversation between Vali and the priest. At this point he's awake, like he won't be able to fall back asleep, so he'll just make himself some breakfast. But he'll stop being a paranoid wreck for a bit. He's not throwing any more holy water around.
Yeah. So they were a little bit vague in what you people do.
We punish bad guys.
We're adventurers. We just got back from Terrace Rise. And the Deep Roads.
Why?
I was learning more about my skills.
It was super cool. They had a whole mountain to themselves.
You do rock stuff?
And fire.
Why do you need to learn about fire stuff in a rock place?
Well, I knew the fire stuff. I was
Ah.
learning about the rock stuff.
Can you make rocks?
She like does simple like yes, I can make a rock thing.
And Sir Valley, what do you do?
I
I don't
hit
suppose you're a
things.
wizard, are you?
Well, no, but I'm a knight now.
Yep.
I also hit things with my sword, and sometimes shoot them with my bow.
Okay. Any other abilities?
I can jump really far.
Sure you can, sport. Um, I'm sorry, Mr. Greenman. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Carl.
Carl. Sir Carl or Mr. Carl?
Just Carl.
Okay, so Mr. Carl, what do you do?
I'm a paladin of the dwarves.
So run that one by me again.
Yeah, I'm a paladin of the dwarves.
Like all of them?
All of them.
How?
As a Gendril.
Ow.
Like the historic Smith?
Yeah, he's in my hammer here.
Okay, sure. Um, so
This is Callista. She can't really talk right now. She's kind of busy working on some
yeah,
stuff.
she looks really unwell.
She's getting over a cold.
Yeah, I see. And uh, I, Mr. Paranoid, what's your name?
It's Brian.
Okay. Mr. Brian, what do you do except for throwing things in people's faces?
I work for the government.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Like you a guard?
Sure.
Um, are you allowed to? Are you coming with us? Like, are you allowed to have that much time away from the city?
Yeah, it's fine. My guard work takes me outside Terraborn, so you know,
What are you guarding then if you're constantly not in the city?
freedom.
Okay, that seems
I just
vaguely
want-
nebulous.
I want you to know, Nyx is just sitting there like, oh my god, you're making us all sound like we're crazy.
Okay. Are you all ready to go? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Well, what do you
Let's-
do, sir? You?
Sister Aurelia.
I don't know. She's a knight too. It's sir. I checked.
Sir or dame?
What?
I mostly fight undead.
Oh, awesome.
Under the banner of the Red Knight.
I used to fight sea monsters a lot, but then my boat sank.
Is that a common problem for you?
Well, no, but as soon as I picked these guys up in my boat, it was attacked by a huge kraken, and then it sank.
Kraken.
Yeah.
You've all fought a kraken.
Yeah.
What do you guys what do you call yourselves as a collective?
I'm Volley.
We haven't really picked a name.
We had one that one time. Way back when.
We do have a bar that we kind of used our name for.
You want your tavern owners.
Yes. We own the Holy Spirits Brewery and the Wandering Spirits Inn in Silent Point.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've never heard of that.
You will soon.
Okay. Well, if you're all ready, we can head out now. I have collected a month's worth of provisions for myself and my mount. I assume
Okay.
the same is true for both of you. Well, for all of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's
Yep.
go.
Oh wait, I need to buy pants. It's part of my nightly attire.
What?
Knights have to wear pants.
Oh.
Yep, it's a requirement.
Is it actually a requirement?
Oh, fucking probably. They don't want people with.
So you're not allowed to do it in the buff. Like, is it written in the book? You know, ye must wear ye old pants. No, but there is a level of dignity that comes with the station that you're meant to upkeep.
There's plenty of dignity.
Not if you're running around in a loincloth, murder.
That's the outfit of his people.
Mostly Vali, the rest of your people, like, you know, you're from a very cold place. They wear a lot of furs there.
But yeah, and it's very hot here in comparison.
That's true, I guess. But imagine all that pants I see you could have.
Pants AC. Alright, Volley will buy pants and then beat everyone at the gate.
Okay, so, just to do some housekeeping, everyone has a mount. Yay or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, are you taking your cart with you?
Do we need to?
Maybe it
We
wouldn't
could-
hurt, just in case.
Yeah, we could find some neat stuff that we might want to carry. Like
So
we did the body.
You want to have a horse for everyone, but you want your two birds pulling the cart?
Yeah.
I mean, if we have the cart, I don't mind riding in the cart instead of having a horse.
You don't want a
Well,
horse
someone
around?
else.
I could turn into a horse, Patmore.
Yeah, but when does that actually happen in this campaign?
It hasn't needed to happen yet, so.
Exactly. Okay. Just by the by, for everyone who isn't Vali, Amelia 100% lacks the ability to lie to people. Their deception's -1. Because their charisma's 8.
You dumped charisma on a cleric?
Yeah. It was that or con.
Oh,
Because
How
they're a
old
martial
is she?
cleric. It's rude to ask that question, Meta.
well, I didn't ask, just eyeballing it. No, because it'd be funnier if someone just splashed an old lady in the face with
Oh,
water.
no. She's relatively young.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like an old wizened woman that's been doing this for years and someone just beans her in the face with some water.
Hey, who knows? She could secretly be the person who's been stalking Selwyn.
Oh wait, no, she's a fucking Aasimar, so I wouldn't even know. Because this is the one we were rolling for.
Yeah, no, their age, you have no fucking idea. It's almost as if their race, their lineage or whatever word 5e now wants to use, has a long lifespan.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. Apparently, as a quick aside, the new controversial thing that Wizards are doing is they want to remove half races entirely from the book. Like, for
No.
not 5e, but for D&D 1.
We lost Carl in
Well,
the
so
switch.
from my understanding, the way they want to do it is if you want to be a half race, you just have the attributes of either one of the two races you're a half of. So if you're a half orc, you either have the orc stats or you have a human stats. But they don't have
Makes
unique stats on their own. Because I don't necessarily have an issue with it, but it seems like a weird left turn after many years of half races being a thing.
Kind of what Pathfinder does, apparently.
Yeah. But as an aside, Moto, Asimar lived to 160. So this person is anywhere between 20 and 160.
Oh yeah, no, they just drop dead the next step we take.
You don't know if they necessarily look old at any point in their life before dying.
They were so young. No, they weren't.
Okay, so I think we can do some more housekeeping, but we're 45 minutes off session time, and seeing that I don't really want to start any big thing right now, and we're mostly catless right now. I think this would be a good time to wrap it up a bit early.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Sure.
Cool. Kat, are you still here, or have you passed out or died or disappeared at some point in the last 20 minutes?
Why are you making her talk?
Well, oh, hang on one moment.
I see a smudge tail.
Smudge is invading.
It's overcast today, so even though I have the curtain open, the light coming through the curtain is so little that it's still pitch black in here. Like, I have the light on, but it's not enough. But anyway, yeah, so I think we'll just wrap it up a bit early because it's a bit hard to start off without Kat. There we might summarize a little bit of travel over the next few sessions, but you guys will be spending probably at least half a session traveling every few sessions for the next few sessions, but that's just what happens when you guys decide you guys want to travel the whole way across the kingdom. So before I release all of you to the ether, does anyone have any questions?
Nope.